Good morning, children. Hope you all are safe and good. Children, this is respiration chapter part 2 video. Okay, so today I am going to explain you what is the steps of the respiration, aerobic respiration. So before that, let me tell you that again, the oxidation. What is oxidation and what is the oxidation of food? So oxidation means, in simple terms, you can say that oxidation means addition of oxidation and removal of hydrogen. Okay, so you know in chemistry you have learned what is oxidation reaction. So in that oxidation reaction, oxygen is added. Okay, so in this respiration process, oxygen is added or oxidized into the food. Okay, so to release the energy, so that is oxidation of food. Oxygen break down our food and release energy plus CO2, carbon dioxide and water. So here, please look here. This is the differences between aerobic respiration and anaerobic. So first is, as we all know, aerobic respiration needs oxygen for respiration. Okay, whereas anaerobic respiration do not need it. In aerobic respiration, glucose is completely oxidized, whereas in anaerobic it will oxidize incomplete way. Okay, incompletely it oxidize. The end products or the products of the aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide and water, whereas in anaerobic respiration the end products are ethyl alcohol in plants and carbon dioxide, and whereas in the animal cells lactic acid is the end product. Okay, so in my in the Zoom class I told you what is the lactic acid, how it accumulate in our muscles, in leg muscles, and how it cause muscle cramps. Okay, we have already discussed. Now during this aerobic reaction, more energy, lots of energy is produced, whereas very little energy is produced in the anaerobic respiration. Next, fifth point is, it occurs mostly in the plants and animals, and it occurs only in the few organisms like yeast, some bacteria, even you know the flatworm, parasitic flatworm. Parasites means they are the organism, they need a host to survive. So these flatworms, they live in they survive in our alimentary canal. Okay, so they also need they also respire anaerobically. Now for aerobic respiration, the cell organelle that we need, aerobes need, is mitochondria, whereas anaerobic respiration, mitochondria is not needed. It takes place inside the cytoplasm of the cell. So you should know all the 6 points and you should write in a copy. Now in this diagram you can see the shoe-like structure, this orange one. This is the mitochondria. Remember in the class 6 I told you that there are different cell organelles present in the cell. So what happen in this mitochondria, when glucose or this Krebs cycle, through this Krebs cycle, when the oxygen act upon the glucose, it converted into different compounds like pyruvate, pyruvic acid, acetyl coenzyme A, and different. I told you that there are so many respiratory enzymes are present inside the mitochondria, which helps in the cellular respiration and which helps in the release of carbon dioxide, water and lots of energy, you can see. Okay, so remember this reaction in detail. What is Krebs cycle, what is pyruvic acid, this you will learn in the higher classes. So just remember the mitochondria. Now here in this slide you can see there are two major steps. First one is breathing, second one is cellular respiration. So children, always remember that these two steps are totally different. Okay, breathing and respiration, both are different terms. Okay, so what is breathing? Breathing, as you know, we are taking in oxygen gas, we are inhaling oxygen gas and we are exhaling the carbon dioxide gas. So these taking in oxygen and taking out or giving out carbon dioxide gas is called breathing. Okay, so here it is written also, inhalation and exhalation is called breathing. Okay, so it is a physical process basically. So taking in oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide, it is a physical process and mechanical process. No energy is required for this, and this exchange of gases is called breathing. Simply just remember, inhalation process and exhalation process, or exchange of O2 and CO2. It is called breathing process. Now the second part is transport of gases. We all know that taking in oxygen up to the cell. So we are whatever the oxygen we are inhaling, it is reaching to through the blood, it is reaching and it is going into the all the blood cells. Okay, throughout our body it is going. Same way all the cells remove the waste product, this carbon dioxide gas, and give to lungs, alveoli part, so that it will exhale from our nostril part of nose. Understood this thing, what is breathing? Inhalation and exhalation of gases, O2 and CO2. Now second term is cellular respiration. The cellular respiration is aerobic respiration. Okay, we are calling it cellular respiration? Because it is taking inside the cell, inside the mitochondria organelle. So oxidation of food and release of energy, it is a cellular respiration. So aerobic respiration is also called as cellular respiration, and it is a biochemical process. I told you so many enzymes are used to break down the food, okay, or to help in the oxidation of food, so that our food or oxygen release the energy from the food. So that's why it is a biochemical process. In the presence of glucose, glucose is oxidized, water and carbon dioxide and energy is released, and this energy is stored in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Earlier also I told you that learn the full form of ATP. Now also the same thing, you should know the full form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Now children, something more, you can see there are 3 points. First point is, in animals these two processes, inhalation and exhalation, we are doing, okay, all the animals, and all the animals I told you they are having different respiratory organs, and with the help of that only they are doing the breathing process and respiration process also. Second one is, we all know we have the medium, blood. Blood is the medium through which all the nutrients, all the waste material, all this oxygen gas, all the carbon dioxide distributed and throughout our body. So blood transport and distribute oxygen to every cell, each cell of our body, and it in return it removes or it collects the carbon dioxide gas, blood only, so that it will further transport it. Now children, third point is, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs at 2 levels. First level is exhaler respiration, between air and the blood, okay. So between air and the blood, this is called exhaler respiration, and between RBC of blood and tissue cells, it's called internal. So you know, outside we have the air in the atmosphere. When it reaches to our blood, that process is called exhaler respiration. And blood, you know, RBC is there, RBC contain the hemoglobin. So this hemoglobin pigment only, it is having the efficiency to absorb the or to carry the oxygen gas. So hemoglobin pigment only carries the oxygen gas and distributed, with that only distributed throughout our body. So that RBC in a hemoglobin, when it carry the oxygen gas, and then it supply to the different tissues and cell of our body, that is called internal respiration, okay. So you should know these things, these points. Now what is breathing and what is cellular respiration? So you know children, if you will understand these differences, so you will get the idea that both are different thing. I told you, first one is mechanical process, no enzyme is used, no chemical is used, whereas cellular respiration or aerobic respiration is a biochemical process, okay beta. Now second point is, it involves exchange of gases. I told you, inhalation of oxygen gas and exhalation of the carbon dioxide gas, okay, between atmosphere and our that lungs, alveoli part. So it involves the oxidation of glucose, and it produces the carbon dioxide, water and plus energy inside the cell organelle. It takes place by simple diffusion. You know, diffusion is a process through which these compounds and these elements, they transfer from higher concentration to lower concentration. So as we all know, in the atmosphere percentage of oxygen is very high, so it can easily, from the higher concentration we can inhale it, okay, and it can go into our lungs. So that is simple diffusion. Now it takes place with the help of enzymes which are also called as respiratory enzymes, and these enzymes are present in the mitochondria of the cell. Then breathing process, no energy is released. Okay, we are just simply breathing throughout our life. We are till that we are just breathing and this oxygen gas and carbon dioxide without any energy. Now but for cellular respiration, cell organelle needs energy which is given by mitochondria. So please go through the chapter. Okay, so in the next class I will explain you how respiration takes place inside the plant. So plant is also having respiratory organ which is called as stomata. So please read the chapter and just, okay, in the Zoom class I will ask you the questions related to this. So please have a look, go through the chapter. Thank you children, have a nice day, stay blessed always.